Welcome to Winnipeg, Manitoba. You're watching the National Ringette League's Winnipeg Hub. Right now we have the Manitoba Herd facing the Edmonton Rush here for the second game of this weekend. This morning we had BC playing Saskatchewan, BC taking the win on that game. But here we are, brand new game, the second game of this weekend. I'm Tegan Rasha alongside Miles Lahud.
Thank you, Tegan, for that introduction. We have the teams just gathering on the blue lines for the national anthem. The Manitoba Herd have a young team of players from the South Winnipeg Ringette Association, and teams always do that to try and encourage the sport and let them look up to strive for. National anthem has been played. The teams are getting their gear back on, heading to their respective benches. The officials are getting set up at center ice out in front of the timekeeper's box. So we'll begin play shortly here in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the National Ringette League Hub. Game number 2 of the 6-game hub. Big thank you to our sponsors, the Government of Canada, Gatorade, Sports Play, Athena Ringette, and all of our team sponsors for their support of Ringette and women's sports.
So you have the Manitoba Herd and Edmonton Rush right now. These teams have only played each other one time this season. That was about a month ago on December 14th. The Herd won 4-3. So we're expecting a very exciting game right now, and here we go.
It's the all clear, and we're off with the Rush taking possession of the ring in center ice. A dump into the corner to gain possession. Picked up by a number 16. Forrester. They're cycling with the ring. Shot off the goalie's shoulder. Good save. Fight for the ring around the corner. It's dumped out to center. Contested in the middle. Bouncing around up against the boards. Out comes with it Manitoba. Looking for someone to pass to. Cross just missed the pass. Cycle in the corner. We have teams making their first line change, getting everybody into the action early. A bit of a drag shot tried there. Ring is dumped into the Herd zone. They bring it out up to the Edmonton blue line, dump back in, close checking at the blue line, in come the Rush. The ring is dumped off into the corner. Cycling around. Shot on net, steered aside. Edmonton regains control of the ring. Cycling into the corner. Top of the triangle. Rings off to the left side. Bluen with the ring, Stephanie Bluen. Picked up by number 20, Kilpatrick. Tries to go through the middle. Nothing there.
So Manitoba played just last weekend at the Saskatchewan Hub, so they're pretty fresh. Meanwhile, for the Edmonton Rush, they haven't played in over a month. Their last hub was on December 14th. So we have two teams kind of in different situations, but we're about halfway through the season. We're seeing that chemistry start to mesh between these two teams.
Loon with a free pass. Nothing there. Looking for a quick shot, which the players sometimes do. Catch the goalie off guard. Conrad with the ring. Drops it off for her defenseman coming in. Or the cycling forward, should say. And Bluen in the corner. Picks up the ring. Looking at a reset. Hurd in the crease. Stops the play. Free pass. Rush.
Now for the Edmonton Rush, a lot of these players are rookies, many with over 10 years experience playing Ringette, but fairly new to this team together. So they're still working on getting to know each other and building that chemistry. But based on how this game has started so far, Miles, I think they're off to a pretty good start.
Most of the play so far has been down in the Manitoba end, with Edmonton controlling it. Number 19, Darowinka with the ring. Little dump shot to get a reset, which she does. However, in the crease. Out comes the Hurd, breaking out the center ice. Mishandled in the neutral zone. Picked up by the Hurd. Through the corner. Hurd with control. Waiting for a line change. You got some fresh players out there. Shot taken, sailed wide, looking for the reset, didn't connect. Back to the goalkeeper for Edmonton on a goalkeeper ring. Tosses it off. Loses the ring. Picked up quickly by the Hurd. They're on the attack. Good forecheck. See what they can do now. Lesbrance with the ring in the corner. She is 27th in the scoring list for NRL players, the top player on Manitoba with 13 goals, 10 assists. Right now, looking to feed her the ring. Picked up nicely by Vince. Hanneman dumped it off. Lesbrance across ice. The Hurd controlling the ring, getting a little bit more of the play this part of the period. Little dump pass. Looking for a quick shot. Easy save by the Rush goalie. Out comes Rush. Look for somebody down ice to pass to. Everybody's on the left side of the ice, nothing on the right. As Kilpatrick scooted to the loose ring quickly. We do have a free pass for Rush in the Hurd zone. Good matchup. Here we go. We have free pass. Kilpatrick take it. Plays blown in. Again, looking for that shot. Nothing there. Pass it to Bluen in the corner. Bluen see nothing. Is looking around. A little dump back. For Kilpatrick. Just moving outside the zone. Takes a shot. That's smothered by the goalkeeper. Out come the Hurd. Quick lead pass. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. Slowed things down a bit, but nice open-eyed pass. Here we come in. Oh, scores! Manitoba opens up the scoring here early in the first period. A lovely cross-ice pass. To the streaking number 77 Witherspoon and roofed it top shelf. Here we have a replay come in. Ripped it, no chance for the goalie. Center of the ice, lots of net to shoot at, and we have a 1-0 lead for the Manitoba Hurd.
Ringette really is a game of speed, and when we see plays like that where girls are just flying down the ice, that's when those goals can happen. The goalies are caught off guard. You can get around those defenders.
Some good vision by Witherspoon there to get into the open space, find the space, get the pass. Good vision by her teammate to get the pass across to her and set it. Here we have another break. Come in, Way coming in. Good save. Hard crash into the boards. They get up. We do have a penalty on the play to the rush. A body contact. That happened earlier on that rush.
Looks like that goal kind of sparked some energy there on the ice. We saw some little bursts of energy from both teams.
Yeah. Number 3 is in the box. I'm sorry I don't have number 3 in my program. I will get to that a little bit later, but she's in the box for 2 minutes. They have number 18, Lesperance, taking the free pass. Again, probably looking for a shot, but nothing there. Just dumps it to the corner. The Herd settle it down. Going to take a look for a space. Sneaks it through. Corralled by the goalie. Goalie pans it back to herself. Little toss up the ice. Rush looking to get some space, getting 2 forecheckers, but is able to escape. Nice pickup. But Derwinka picked it up nicely, lost it. Here comes the Herd, back with the ring, looking for more. Oh, nice passing play, White. Great save. Goalkeeper flashes the leather on the leg. Outstanding save. Keeps the score 1-0 early in this game.
Now, it's always nice to get that first goal of the game, especially for the Herd, playing here at home in front of all their friends and family.
That's right. As I mentioned last game, the fans were in the stands, but obviously a lot more of this game with the hometown team playing. Herd on the attack again. After, I'd say, a couple of tentative early minutes by the Herd with the rush keeping the pressure on. The Herd, that goal, like you said, sparked from Tegan, and they seem to have had the pressure on the last few minutes.
You know, sometimes it just takes a shift or two.
Oh! Ripped across the ice from the top of the circle. A one-timer, a lovely goal. Power play gets the Herd on the board a second time this game early in the period at 5:56. 2-0 Herd.
Great shot through multiple players too. Found the back of the net there. That was number 81, Alexi Cavadas.
Bonnie Vitale Angels alumni. 2-0, Manitoba has the lead. Tie up along the boards, we have a goalkeeper ring.
And we're only halfway through this first period, and the Herd are already up 2-0 against the Edmonton Rush. This is only the second matchup between both these teams all season long, so they don't have a lot of experience playing against each other yet.
Bluin with the shot off the free pass, sails it high and wide to the right. Some tight checking by the Rush. Up come the Herd, dumps it up the right side. Lead pass, player was open, just couldn't get it up there. It was tightly checked by the Rush, contested along the board. Nice little spin around move, gets the ring up. So the Herd have a little bit, oh, nice little dangle. Sailed it just wide, but that was a nice dangle by number 81 as a goal scorer just to get the ring up on the side. Looking for a reset, they get off the goalie onto the net, so we have a stoppage of play. The Herd will retain possession.
It's always an art trying to get that reset, because you want to go for the post, you get the reset, hit the goalie, but then making sure you get that rebound.
That's right. Yeah, it's an important play to get the reset. Some players just know how to do that, and some goalies are great at knowing how to corral that ring so it doesn't bounce out and keep the ring for themselves and get their team control. The Herd circling around. Little drop pass. Looking to get it in on the side.
Get there! Forward, drop it!
Cross ice pass.
Drop it, rip
Coming in with speed, just missed. Nice cross ice pass. The left side of the net was open, just sailed it wide. I think this ring ran up on the stick a little bit. Again, always causes some difficulty. That was a swing and a miss, sent it wide. Goalie shuts the door, puts the pads down. The goalie throwing the ring across the line. There's a free play line violation. Goalkeepers are allowed to play the ring across the blue line with their stick, but not throwing across to their player. Thank you. Back in action here. The Herd moving on in. Some strong forechecking. Manitoba, benefit of the bounce. Quick on the ring, picking it up, controlling the play. Penalty on the play, that's why we see 4 in the zone. Manitoba having the goalie off the ice for the extra player. A great shot upstairs! A seeing eye shot as there was no room between the goalkeeper and the post. Well, let me correct you, there was enough room just for the ring to sneak by, and that's what happened. 3-0 Manitoba on that seeing eye shot.
Now that goal scored by number 66, Taylor Hildebrand, and she has a history of having some goals just like this. Finding that slot.
No room.
The precision. I don't even know how she found space there.
And it was there in that little spot. Picked it up, and in it went. We have a 3-0 Manitoba Herd lead with 3 minutes remaining in the first period.
I think it's fair to say that the Herd are here. They're ready to play.
They are hustling. So the Rush are going to see if they can answer back. Dumped in, picked up by the Herd. Some tight checking in the center zone by the Rush. Ring is dumped down. Both players have course of the ring, but it will be goalkeeper ring. That's a second possession one, so the Herd had the ring first, and the Rush got their stick in the ring second, and so because of that, their goalkeeper had it as a goalkeeper ring. They get credit for making a great defensive play, so that's, you mentioned that last game, so that's the sort of move or lose it, or second possession, the second control call.
Looks like Manitoba has the free ring now in Edmonton zone, so they're going to be looking for their 4th goal in the first period already.
Looking from the shot from the top. It was contested by the Rush, so not much on it. Loose ring in the neutral zone, picked up by the Rush. Cross ice to open ice. It's always a great play in Ringette when you're in trouble. Find that open ice, get to a space, and have your teammates skate into it. Coming in on the right side. Reloads as there's nothing there. The defender by Rush cut off the angle. Good play. Looks for the shot in front, deflects off a skate. Dribbles back into the goalie. Good outlet. Up out the free play line. However, there's a free play line violation as the 4th player reached over the line to play the ring. And that's a no-no.
Yeah, we talked a bit about,
No, go right ahead.
We talked a bit about how Edmonton is a team of mostly rookies, whereas his Manitoba Herd team, they have a lot of core players that have played together for many, many years. So they do have that chemistry, and you can see it with some of these lines.
For sure. Back in action. We have the Herd with the ring in the coming down to shot clock violation. Herd loses the ring. We have the Rush up on the ring. Conrad up over the line. Rush on the attack, looking to get back into this game. They would like nothing more than to get a goal before the end of this first period to close the gap. And that's what they do. They answer. Goal. Edmonton Rush with 1 minute 13 seconds left in the first period. As you can see, a little bit of excitement in those players. Gives them back into the game. As you would not have liked to have gone down 4-0, so they make it now a 3-1 score. It was number 20 who scored the one goal for them, Kilpatrick. Waits it out, waits it out. Nice backhand.
You can definitely see the excitement in that goal. I think this really was big for the Edmonton Rush to get back into this game. It's only 3-1. We're very early, only in the first period. Lots of time left.
L'Esperance, the ring in the corner, back pass. There's Hildebrand looking for her second of the game. Saved by the goalkeeper. Dishes it off. Up the left side. Some tight checking. Turnover. L'Esperance spin around. Oh! Cannot get it by the goalkeeper. The defender sprawled through the crease trying to make a play, so that's what causes the stoppage in play.
She was patient. She waited, hoping that goalie was going to get out of position, but she did not and made that nice save.
L'Esperance takes the ring out. Number 4, that's Spearing. Spearing cycling. These players have played together for a long time. They kind of know their tendencies. It definitely helps when you have some cohesion with your players. Manitoba Herd tight checking on the rush, but they pick up the ring. Good solid check along the boards by the Herd. The rush player had a little trouble picking that ring, but Hildebrand was quick on the check, turning a ring over at center for a free pass.
Looks like we're having a goalie change right now for the Herd.
Not sure, was it injury or something, but yeah, 20 seconds left this first period.
And just trying to confirm who the goaltender is right now. It doesn't look like she is on her score sheet.
No, number 1, I see we got 4 checking by the Herd. The Rush dump it up, blew in, nice pass, just missed connecting. Otherwise, that would have been a clear break-in for the Rush. Right before the period, that would have been a big-time goal. End of the first period, we have the Manitoba Herd 3, the Edmonton Rush 1 here at the Seven Oaks Sports Complex in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and we're coming to you live.
A couple of replays from this first period.
A little cycle there by number 20, Kilpatrick. She was the goal scorer, but not on that one. That was that first goal. Moving into space and ripping it top shelf.
She found that opening there. Another great chance by Manitoba here. That one's saved by Edmonton.
Yeah.
We had another low corner left side goal.
This is that seeing eye shot here. No room to put it. Like threading the eye of a needle with that one. Just up it went.
4-goal first period. Should see a lot more goals for the rest of this game.
So you can see strategy on the bench by the Rush. Andrea Ferguson, the head coach of the Manitoba Herd. Longtime national team player. Giving her girls some instructions. Must be pleased with the first period of play, up 3-1. I see the goalkeeper's back in, so I'm not sure if that goalie change was because they had a young goalie who they wanted to put in and get her just a bit of playing time, even 20 seconds on the ice, first NRL actions. I've seen teams do that before. But we have the Herd with the ring at center ice, getting ready for the Rush to get set up. Referees are in position, just waiting on the all clear.
We definitely have a lot of fans here for Winnipeg's home hub. Lots of friends and family, lots of young girls looking up to these players.
And we're off for period number 2. Clean pickup off the entry. Here's Manitoba with the ring, the Herd. Cavadas, Brady 1, Witherspoon. Jordan Campbell, number 27. Pressure by the defender, by the Herd, keeping the Rush in their own zone. They're looking to gain control. That pressure by Manitoba defense right on the Rush players is giving them some trouble on the pickups. There's a bit of feeling that pressure. Sometimes it's not a clean, easy pickup, so the ring gets turned over. That's going to be something they'll clean up as the game progresses, I'm sure.
Yeah, their man-on coverage has been pretty good this game.
Shot and save, and ring is dumped out. Again, we get the tight coverage, but this time the Rush is able to pick it up. Lost an edge turning around. Unfortunately for the Rush, they had a bit of a break going on. And we had number 12 for the Herd. Morissette dumps it in. That was Kohutch. Get it across. Unable to manufacture any offense on that rush. Now, speaking of Rush, here they come. The 19 looking to go in. Defender spun around in the crease with the ring, trying to avoid the forecheck. We have a violation and a free pass for the Rush.
This is a good chance for Edmonton to start fresh, start off the whistle in the offensive end, really set up a nice play or two, get a few shots on net.
Yeah, looks for the shot, nothing there. Dumps it off to the corner to remain control.
And Manitoba's triangle is really making it difficult for Edmonton to get a shot from inside the triangle. The shots from outside are likely going to get saved.
Looking for the spot, gets a good reset on a sharp angle. Nice play by the goalie, Kaylee Davies, to hug that post so nothing snuck by her. Tough defense. Rush reloading, looking for an opening, but nothing there. Manitoba, her defense moving their feet. Whether it's offense or defense, you need to move your feet to keep play to the outside or to get that speed built up for an offensive attack. Here they come. The Herd cycling around, a long lead pass. Tight checking by the Rush. Hildebrand dumps it off to Vince in the corner. Picked up by Spearing. Back to Hildebrand. Hildebrand looking around, waiting for her line mates. Here comes Esperance. Tries a short side shot. That's stopped by the goalkeeper. Not much there. Goalkeeper was hugging the post. A few bodies flying around there. Some lost an edge and down a couple players went. Play it, love it, live it at the Canadian Ringette Championships, March 29th to April 4th, 2026, Ottawa, Ontario.
Now every team gets a chance to go and play. Doesn't matter how they play in the regular season. So both these teams will be there, but how they do in the season will dictate who they play.
For sure. Oh, that play was given away. They had control. You don't like to give up control if you have it. There's a dump in by the Rush. Goes to the corner. Witherspoon loses control in the corner. Lost an edge. Here we go with the Rush. Nessa Forcer dumped off the ring. She's a rookie to the team. As you mentioned before, a lot of these players are rookies on the Rush. Nice breakout. Herd gets it to the wide side, which was open again. Finding open space. Here comes Cross Eyes wide open. Sets it up. See the referee counting for a violation. It's dropped. The Herd with control, trying to make it a 4-1 game. Nice hard shot, kind of off the back foot. Goalie was stood tall for that. Herd on the forecheck. Number 12 with the ring. Morissette looking for the, tries to get it back door. It was neatly deflected by the Rush defender. Shot right at the goalie, who easily turned that aside. Good play by number 9 to back up her defender to give her an outlet to pass to. You're getting tight checked. It's nice to have your partner help you out and give you someone to pass to.
And their man on coverage is making it very difficult for Edmonton to break the ring out.
That's not coming to the zone with much speed. If you're a viewer of the earlier game, you saw a lot of that speed evident in with the BC Thunder leaving the zone and entering the zone top speed. This game, not so much right now because of the close checking. So, totally different style of game.
It also makes it difficult to get some really nice, good opportunities scoring-wise because it's hard to get those chances where it's just you and the goalie or a one-on-one.
Hurd moving it out, looking to hit the lead forward who's up high, but got dumped down in the corner. Rush bringing it back. Herbert only still live and go, number 44 with number 3, so Herbert now with the ring, dumps it off. Got a recycling in the corner. A recycle cycle. We see lots of this in the sport of ringette. Recycling the ring. Once you have control of it, you like to maximize your opportunities by finding that right spot. So teams will cycle once, twice, maybe 3 times within the 30 seconds to find an opening. Rush settling it down. 14. Goal from the top of the triangle at 6:51 of the second period. So halfway through. The score now, Manitoba Herd 3, Edmonton Rush 2. The Rush's second goal of the game. Gets them right back in it, so we have ourselves another close game.
That goal was scored by number 14, Amy Bamber, a defense. So we have some D action here. That nice low left corner goal.
Kind of cut the goalie moving a little bit too far the other way and snuck at that short side. So nice play by the shooter.
We have ourselves a game now. It's 3-2 for Manitoba. Halfway through the second period. You know, that's the thing about ringette is things can change so fast. We have this one goal, now we have a one goal game.
.77 Waterspoon takes a shot. Some tight checking by the Herd. Goalkeeper is not able to get that ring out in time, so we have a 5-second violation and a free pass for the Herd in the attacking zone. And there's the free pass. Rings in the corner, settling it down, taking a look. In comes number 81, Kavadas with some speed, just fires it wide and high. He had Rush getting a little anxious, cutting through the corner of the crease. Ring back to the Herd.
We have a line change now too, so new set of forwards. Hoping to set up a good play and get that 2-goal lead back.
More set, Kohutch looking for the shot, and Jansen. Looking for the pass down low, nothing there. Not wanting to force things up. Pass just deflected. Top of the triangle. Shot and save. Here come Leroy. Herbert with the ring. Surveying, looking for somebody to pass to. Gets it up the left side boards. Ring shot across. Oh my, Herbert back with the ring. It's like a magnet. The ring is on her stick. Some forechecking by the Rush.
And just like the one and only time these two teams have played each other this season, it's tight. It's only a 1-goal game. Last time they played each other, the Rush lost 4-3.
Pass just a little bit. Not enough mustard on that pass to get to the intended target. And it was intercepted by the Rush. They're heading back up the ice. Looking to knot this score up at 3-3 if they can put one past the goalie. Down low, just a little bit of a misfire. Otherwise, that might have snuck in short side. Tight checking at the free play line. Sneaks it through. Edmonton Rush ties the score up. 3-3 at 4:44 the second period. That was a little play that happened off of a tight check at the free play line. Was picked up. And a little backhand shuffle by number 8. Caught the far corner.
Edmonton has tied this game up. We are going to be in for an exciting rest of the game now as Manitoba looks to regain that goal.
Manitoba with the ring now. Looking to respond after an early lead. The Rush have come back. Can be heard on their heels. Give credit to the Rush. They've picked their game up in the last 3 or 4 minutes and have obviously seen the score change. So we have ourselves a game here. Les Bronze with the ring at the top, looking for some space. Sneaks it in and just can't quite catch that corner. It was there. Defender cut off the angle. Looking for a reset to no avail. Goalkeeper Ring. Goalkeeper trying to get the ring out. It looks like one of our players entered the crease, so turnover. Those are always hard to take when you have the ring and you end up turning it over like that. On a play like that, you want to keep control as much as you can, so I'm sure if they get a goal off of this, the coach will not be happy, but it'll be up to the defense to stand tall and shut the door. Weatherspoon dumps it off. Tavares into the corner. Campbell tight. 3 Herd players in the corner with 2 Rush. That hard forecheck pays off as they get a turnover on a second control.
Oh, and here they go again, setting up for another free ring.
Tavares dumps it off. Getting set up in a shooting position. Just can't handle that pass across. But she comes back with some tight forechecking. A good pickup by the Herd after that long pass. Just failed to connect for the Rush. Campbell dumps it into the corner. Witherspoon looks for a pass. Doesn't make it, but some good back checking in the offensive zone. Turns it over.
And Herd have had some really effective man-on checking this game.
Witherspoon dumps it off to 63. There's Carly Jansen, who controls the play. Looks for a little backhand pass. Stop by Edmonton defender Ashley Stevens. Herd first to that ring, jumps out in front of the Rush player with a pass intended for it. Battle in the corner. Herd again comes up with it. They get some strong forechecking. They're looking to gain an advantage back this game. There you have it, 4-3, a result of some forechecking pressure by the Herd. And it's in the back of the net, 2:25. The Manitoba Herd goes up 4-3. Goal by number 12. More set. The forecheck in the corner was the key to this one.
You know, and the Herd just love that pass, Miles. They love doing that cross pass across the top of the triangle, and it clearly is effective for them.
It was fired low to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper before she could get across to make the save. 4-3, 2 minutes remaining, roughly 2 minutes remaining in the second period before we get to halftime. We'll see if the Rush can answer it back. They've battled back already, so let's look forward to another battle. Just missed to the left. Nice little breakout by the defender, made a nice move, and it looks like the forechecker's getting a penalty for an errant stick. We'll see what happens here. Here's the whistle. Yes. With 1:50 left in the second period, we have the Rush heading to the penalty box with a hooking penalty. That is number 19. So before the second period, the Herd goes on the power play. They're going to see if they can add to the total to make it a 5-3. Thank you to our feature hub host, the Manitoba Herd. To all the volunteers for getting this weekend set up. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to make these events work, and it doesn't go unnoticed. A lot of hard work.
And a lot of the Manitoba Herd players have said this is one of their favorite weekends of the year they get to host the NRL here at home.
Ring behind the net, Manitoba on the power play. Granted, it's 5-on-4, not a 3-on-2 in the attacking zone. There's a shot from the top of the triangle. Good save. Quick dish out by the goalkeeper for Edmonton. Edmonton smoothly moving the ring out, but they turn it over. Herd quickly on it. Good check by the Rush. That was Conrad who was putting out some pressure. Conrad staying with it. Conrad That pressure is going to pay off. Conrad draws a penalty. The Herd player lost the ring and then put her stick over top, held the girl's stick. So even strength now. It's a 2-minute penalty for holding to the Herd. So the last minute 13 of this period will be played even strength, and the free pass heading down to the attacking zone, which is a recent change in the game of Ringette, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, where now any penalty, the ring always heads up ice to the attacking zone. Adds for more offense. The Rush with the ring. Shot goes off. The defender's leg is in the corner. Herd neatly pick it up, but some strong back checking here by the Rush. Gets the ring. Goes for that. I think Davies got a piece of that one and just directed it over top of the net. It was earmarked for that top right-hand corner. Rush back on it. Bamber had the ring. It's a forecheck off of Davies, directed behind the goal line. Rush back up. Under 30 seconds remaining in the second period. They have control, looking for one more goal to tie it up before half.
Good triangle, guys. Quick feet, Kate. Quick feet, buddy.
Rush looking for the shot. Sailed it wide. Goalie keeps the ring, and with less than 5 seconds left, she looks at the clock.
Just keep it 1 second.
Just throws it behind the net, and that's the end of the second period. So in a moment, we'll be going downstairs to Tegan. We'll be interviewing one of our players in today's game. So at the end of 2, 4-3, Manitoba Herd over the Edmonton Rush. After opening up an early lead, the Herd, for the Herd, the Rush came back, tied it up, and with a late goal in the second period, Manitoba now has the lead 4-3, with both teams having a penalty heading in after the break. So as the players leave the ice, we're going to go to some replays. We can see the Rush, number 20, corner from the shot. Davies, the goalie, was equal to task. There's Wotherspoon, top shelf, nice shot. Waits the goalie up, but the goalie flashes the leather, makes the great pad save. And there we have Manitoba goal, good pass across. Here's that seeing eye one again. Top again, off the, just grazes the goalpost over the goalie's shoulders. But then we have the Rush making their comeback. There's one. And here goes. Shot and save. Here we have the Rush. Takes a shot. Davies with the save. This is the goal where we had number 14, Bamber, kind of going against the grain, catches the goalie and puts it back corner. Slid that one through the legs. And there you go. There you have the go-ahead goal just before the period. Number 12, Morissette, Manitoba, makes it 4-3. Quick shot. Quick hard shot low to the right-hand side. And we're just waiting as we get our interview set up with Tegan downstairs. That's just getting arranged for us. But we're coming to you live from Winnipeg, Manitoba, the Seven Oaks Ice Complex here in the center of the continent. Welcome to all our viewers. I believe we are at 65 countries today around the world. Some are many. I'd say I was told 60 plus first-time viewers of Ringette. So for those new to the sport, we hope you're enjoying this action from Winnipeg, where it's a balmy minus 21. But as we like to say here, it's a dry cold. So we enjoy the sunshine. You get the sunshine or the cold. We take the sunshine with the cold. So we're hardy people up here. So the Herd right now, 4-3. So just again, a little bit about Ringette. Ringette Canada is the national body that oversees Ringette in Canada. Ringette is a Canadian sport that was invented in 1963 in North Bay, Ontario by Sam Jacks. There are currently over 30,000 players on nearly 2,000 teams across Canada, with over 1,500 officials and nearly 8,000 coaches. Internationally, it is played in more than half a dozen countries worldwide. Ringette has been designated a heritage sport by Sport Canada. So So the sport of ringette is invented back in 1963, so relatively new sport in the scheme of things. The rules have changed over the years. Again, all rule changes are sort of put in place to help speed up the game and make the game more exciting for players and fans alike. And our fans here today have been treated to a great first period. We have a 4-3 Herd lead at the period. They scored just before the half, and to make it that score. And again, we have players in the penalty box to start the next period. Again, we did a shout out earlier to our volunteers. A great big thank you to the volunteers here in Winnipeg. I know in years past, sometimes they've had tournaments at this level during the Thanksgiving weekend, and the hosts have put on Thanksgiving dinners for the visiting team. So the people here in Manitoba, strong ringette community, and it's great to see a lot about attendance here now. All right, we'll be heading over to a commercial, so please, listen to a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Winnipeg in the Seven Oaks Arena for the NRL Hub Weekend Game 2. We are heading downstairs to Tegan Rasha for a ringside interview.
Yeah, Miles, we're here with the CEO of Ringette Canada, Peter Leiser. Thanks for being here. How's Winnipeg treating you?
They're great. The hospitality's been absolutely fabulous here, and they're great hosts for the Hub. Very fortunate to be here.
We have our second game going on right now. What's it like to see a turnout like this here in Winnipeg?
The fans are great, actually. It's very crowded here. There's lots of people here. I understand tonight's games actually even get more attendance, but it's been very well supported. I know it's a huge fundraiser for the Herd, so we're pretty happy.
And how often do you go to Hubs? How often do you get to see this NRL action?
Not as often as I want to, quite frankly, because it's amazing the ringette that's played out here. So I would say there's some local hubs. We're based out of Ottawa, Ringette Canada, so I go to some of the local ones, like in Gatineau and Ottawa, about a half a dozen a year.
Well, Peter, so nice to have you here in Winnipeg, and we'll send it back to you, Miles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tegan and Peter. Yes, it's great to have Peter here from Ringette Canada, enjoying the excellent ringette action here at the Hub in Winnipeg at the Seven Oaks Sports Arena. At the end of the second period, we do have a score of 4-3 for the Manitoba Herd over the Edmonton Rush. They scored a goal near the end of the second period to take that 1-goal lead. After being up 3-0, Edmonton came back to tie it up, and now we have Manitoba ahead. So and we'll be heading off to a commercial.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in. This is the game we came here to play, guys.
They said that if she got another concussion, she'd never be able to play Ringette again.
Oh, nice break.
I'm always scared they're gonna get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you!
It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them.
Some first half action of the game between the Manitoba Herd and the Edmonton Rush. Some of the goals. And we do have Tegan standing down ringside for another interview. So down to you, Tegan.
Miles, we're here with Megan Kilpatrick of the Edmonton Rush. 3-3 game after a month off. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, good. It's great to be back. The team's feeling super fired up to continue working against this good team. Yeah, we're feeling good.
Now, it's a tight game right now. We just talked about that. What are the keys to the rest of the game to get that win?
We need to make sure that our passes are clean, and we need to make sure that we're making those stabs and really keeping on our man moving forward.
And a lot of your team are rookies, but you have a lot of experience playing Ringette. Most of you 10 years or more. What's the vibe like on the team right now?
You know what? We just go into every game with a fresh, clean mind, and yeah, we just keep it high energy. It's awesome.
Hey, Megan, thank you so much and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Miles?
Thanks, Tegan. Always great to hear from the players on the ice. At the end of second, it's 4-3, and we are going to be taking a commercial break. So here's a word from our sponsors, and we'll get back to the action. There we have again some that excellent seeing eye shot. We've seen that several replays of that several times. Just a fantastic shot. Likewise here we see the nice move by the Rush player coming into the corner. And so far in the game we've had 7 goals scored in the first half. We'll see what the second half brings us as we have a freshly clean sheet of ice. The referees are positioning the nets, pegging them down, and we have the buzzer going off to signify that the Zamoni is off the ice. So, like I said in the first game, if you're ready to go, get your bowl of popcorn refilled. Get ready for period 3 of game 2 of the NRL Hub here in Winnipeg. The players are just making their way back onto the ice. The crowd is filled out nicely, and again, hopefully tonight, I think the Manitoba Herd are the home team. They will be having more fans in the stands. That could be a loud atmosphere, so it's always great when there's more people in the stands. But a big shout out to all of you out there watching, listening, whether you're in Canada or elsewhere around the world. We appreciate you tuning in. If it's your first time, hope we're enjoying the sport of ringette. And if you're a long time veteran of the sport, hope you're enjoying this NRL action, which brings us the best ringette action across the country. Several players of these teams are on the national teams, which is a good foundation for them to get the practice in playing these NRL hubs. With the CRCs coming up at the end of March in Ottawa, these teams are gearing up for that. It's still a few months away, so it gives them a few months to set their plays, get their strategies in place, work on some timing, and build some chemistry. So we have the Rush, who are in the white uniforms, the Herd, who are on the dark, I will say brown and gold Manitoba colors. We have teams just getting ready. We have Kaylin Harrigan, the goaltender for the Rush, who will be heading to her position shortly, and we have Kaylee Davies with the Manitoba goalkeeper.
I think this was the score of the last matchup between these two teams. It was 4-3 for the Herd back in December. So could have the same score again or a different outcome.
I'm thinking we're having a different outcome, Tegan, because very seldom we have two periods of ringette go without any goals being scored.
Yes, especially at this level, with this speed, this talent. I don't think these girls want to lead the score as is either.
In all my games, I think I was involved in a 1-0 game once. Scored with like 2 minutes left. So yeah, most ringette games have several goals being scored. Herd with the ring, they gathered up in their own zone. They are to my right, the Rush to my left. Played back into the zone by Hildebrand, keeping control, looking for an opening to get to the player. Smartly passed up the right side, dumped down in the corner, trying to outskate the Rush defender. The Rush defender does a great job of getting back on the ring, heads it quickly up ice, intercepted by the defender of Manitoba. Read that play nicely. Rush coming in. Davey stands tall, makes that save. Yeah, that was number 8 for Manitoba, who intercepted that other pass nicely as a defender. Good anticipation. Rush move it out up the zone. Gain possession of it. Fight for the ring in the corner. We were having a penalty on the play. So now it's 4-on-3 for the Rush. Looking to set something up here to take advantage of the extra player. Played by Manitoba, which brings a stop to the whistle. We have a penalty to the Herd at 11:14. It's 2 minutes for delay a game.
Now we have a lot of ringette to play in these NRL games. There's 4 periods of 13 minutes each, so 52 minutes total. That's a lot of ringette.
That's a lot. Just asking for some clarification from the referee, and I believe that the delay of game penalty was for playing over the free play line, as the 4th player cannot do that if there's already 3 players from the attacking team. Just getting some clarification. Looked like it was cordial, nothing too heated out there.
But a good chance for Edmonton now, hoping to tie the game up.
Keeping possession of the ring. Stopped nicely in front by the defender. No shot got through. Plays tied up in the center zone. How Edmonton makes a good play. Bamber, number 14, ties up the Manitoba Herd player Campbell. So the Rush will end up with the ring at center ice. 10:53 remaining in the third. Still 4-3 Manitoba. We're awaiting our first goal of the second half.
Now with the Rush on the power play, they should easily get the ring into the offensive end and set up a good opportunity.
The Rush building up some speed on the cycle, looking to hit a player in stride to avoid the checking. penalty to rush for a slash. Came down a little too hard with the stick on the player. And now we're back to even strength. This is how we started the third period, with players in the box from both teams. A lot of penalties so far in the game, been relatively cleanly played.
You know, sometimes in Ringette, when you're checking, the girl does fall. It just happens when you're fighting hard for the ring.
It doesn't. And not every time is it a penalty either. It just happens. So we have the Herd down with the ring, not on a power play, as both teams have players in the box. Maintaining control, looking for that shooter in the middle. Can't get it. Hard back check. Tied up along the boards. Out from the boards comes Edmonton. That's Herbert. She recycles to the middle. Manitoba with the ring. Thiessen picks it up, dumps it down the ice. The Rush on it, 2-on-1. Here's a chance for the Rush. We'll see what they can do with it. Pass just off the mark. They were in the zone with extra numbers, but weren't able to capitalize. Rush controlling it, circling around behind the net. Coming up the right side of the boards, top of the circle, across the free play line. Looks to dump it off to the player in the corner, but no luck. Nice play to keep it in at the line by number 15, McTaggart. Keeps it in, avoids the blue line violation. Nice cross-ice pass, had a good look. Davies was equal to the task, keeping the ring out of the net.
You know, that's an ideal play in the offensive zone for any team. Cycling, getting the shot off, and then getting that rebound. You get that reset and another chance.
Davies dumps it off into the corner. Pass up the ice. Good pickup by the Herd player. Looking for the long lead pass. Snuck by the defender. However, Harrington was equal to that task. Shuts that door. Says, get that garbage out of here.
Well, in Ringette, you have to stay out of the crease. So if you get that ring a little too close, it leaves you with a little space to make a move.
Off the crossbar, rings the post. And you know well, Tegan, as you play the game yourself, so you know some of those ins and outs, those intricacies of some of those things.
Just like that last shot that hits the crossbar and bounces out, not bounces in. So tough shot there, and it remains 4-3 for the Herd.
Hutch with the ring, pass it up. It gets turned over. Smartly picked up by number 14, Bamber. Dumps it down. And we're looking for a line change, so it was just sort of a dump in. Here comes Hildebrand, picks the ring up for the Herd. Building up some speed. That was a nice move. Puts her player in stride. Goes to the backhand, but the defender for the Rush smartly cut that off. The ring dribbled harmlessly to the goalie. Nice little back pass, Hildebrand. Little backhand shuffle. Can't get it past Harrington. Harrington dishes it off to the side. Up through the middle. Here comes the ring into the center zone. It is passed, it is touched. There was Forster, 16. Well played by the Herd defender. Controlling the space, directing the player to the corner. Cross-ice pass as the Rusher getting new legs on the ice. Backhand pass did not work. Smartly picked up by the Herd player.
Keep her outside, Hill.
Edmonton seems to be picking it up this period. They're having a lot more time in the offensive zone and making some nice passes and creating opportunities.
Yeah, the play seems to have picked up a little more skating going on, a little more open ice. So I don't know if that break at halftime helped the players re-energize. Ring stopped on the boards, turned over. So can't get enough Ringette? Follow us on social at Ringette Canada 1963 to find out more about upcoming games.
I can't get enough Ringette. I can watch it all day.
Mamber plays it up to Bluin. Balloon cycling around. Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick blew in line and has been in the attack zone, the Herd zone quite often this game. Let's see, we do have a penalty on the play. Awaiting a penalty of the Herd. Strong check in the corner. Whistle's blowing. 5:58 of the third period. Manitoba Herd takes a 2-minute penalty for body contact. The player guilty of that infraction is number 6, Taylor Thiessen. A little too aggressive on the check, and that ends her a 2-minute rest in the penalty box.
I think this is,
the Rush will look at this as an opportunity to get back in the game.
I think this is the longest we've gone all game without a goal, too.
It has been almost the whole period, so we'll see what happens here. And if they score here right away, you got to pick the lottery tickets for tonight.
It's a lot of pressure.
Nice move in by the Rush player, turned away by Davies, who hung her ground that time, didn't get sucked up on any of the dipsy doodle moves. In trouble with the Rush handling that ring on the top of the triangle. A high shot. Shot clock's running down. Rush looking to get one more chance at it. They get their reset, but the Herd quickly out with it. Quick outlet pass. Trying to catch the Rush off guard. Strong fight for it along the boards. There's a couple of plays in front of that Rush bench where things have got a little heated.
Yeah, with a close game like this, both teams want it, and they want a bigger lead. If you're the Herd, you want a few more goals. If you're Rush, just tying it up can change the whole mood of the game.
Center ice free pass for the Rush. 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Taggart dumps it off to her teammate on the left side of the ice. Dumped down into the Herd zone. The Rush cycling around. Again, looking for that spot. Looking to get a good shot away. Herd defense is playing strong. Tries a sharp angle shot. Deflected to the corner. Gerwinka, number 19 for the Rush. It's a shot away.
Well, the Herd's triangle has been very strong this game. Most of Edmonton's shots have been from outside the triangle, so they're hoping to find that screen and get one past goalie.
There's a good pass to the open space. Again, like I mentioned earlier, open space, have your players skate into it. Herd now on the attack. Cycling around, Campbell with the ring. Nice little return pass. Spearing just missed the corner, trying to catch that goalie going side to side the wrong way. Rush just dumping that ring into the corner to try and keep control, which they do. Good shoulder save by Davies. Scrunches her shoulders up and knocked the ring out. Rush with the ring. Dangling around, looking for some ice. Stopped by the defender's stick, who bent down to pick it up. It's a defenseman need to do that. Get down low to block the shots or the passes. Kaylee Johnson playing tough defense for the Herd. Rings dumped to the corner. Rush back on it, looking to tie things up. In the left-hand free pass circle. Moves around. Look for some space. Passed off. Kilpatrick with the ring. Winding around. Looks to go far side. Didn't quite get it there. Davies gets the pad up. Manitoba looking to bring the ring up. Control of it. That's Carly Johnson with the ring. Cycles around. Space cut off by number 14. That's Bamber. Rush head up the ice quickly. Oh, nice little backhand flick shot that Davies saw the last moment. Got the trapper up, flashed the leather, and knocked it aside.
It looks like we have some fresh Edmonton legs out there right now. There's a little more speed with this shift and this line.
Getting close to the 2-minute mark of the third period. Again, awaiting our first goal, Tegan, as you mentioned. No longest period of time. Play it, love it, live it at the Canadian Ringette Championships, May 29th to April 4th, 2026, Ottawa, Ontario.
Well, looks like we have a blue line infraction there.
That's right. And if you're enjoying this action and you're living near the Ottawa area, close by, feel free to take in some of that action at the CRCs at the end of March, beginning of April, where you'll see this level of Ringette as well as the U18 and U16 teams from across the country.
And every NRL team gets to go no matter how they place during the season. So it really could be anyone's game.
A little bit of speed here from Manitoba, L'Esperance. Nice little delay move, had the goalie moving, just couldn't find the twine. And look at that tight checking by the Herd defenseman. It looks like we're going to have a tie up here, but good play by the Rush. Forster brings it out of the corner, out of the wall. Oh, great cross crease pass, got the ring away. Not sure if Davies got a piece of it or not, or it was just off the post. Nevertheless, ring stays out. Still have a 4-3 Herd lead with minute 25 left in the third. Maybe we'll see it here.
Now, Edmonton is still looking for their first win of the season. Despite being 0-9, a lot of their games have been quite close. So they are a strong team and they are putting up a good fight. They just need to get in that win column.
And blew in with the ring. Off the free pass. Looking for a space. Cycling around. Does a little spin, gather some more speed, keeps the feet moving. It's very important. We want to build that speed up. Looks to dump it on the front. It gets deflected on net. Fighting for the ring. Two players going hard. Looks like some of that hard forechecking is going to result in a penalty here. Hooking penalty with 56 seconds left in the third to the Rush. Like you said, sometimes penalties just happen. I think it was just some hard work where the stick got in the wrong spot, and it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, my mom always said, if you just play hard, it happens, even if you have all the right intentions.
Experience every moment of the 2025-2026 NRL season live or on demand on your YouTube channel. Check it out. Herd on the attack again. Rush break up that attack, but Herd back on it. Forwards are moving around, looking to get some space. Quick shot, good save by the goalkeeper, flashing the leg out. Harrington with the save. Vince in the corner, falls down. Rush player in front of the net. Great play by Davies to deflect that ring away, but nonetheless, it wouldn't have counted as 20 was in the crease trying to pick up that ring, but smart play by the goalkeeper.
And great defense by Lauren Bazitny, too. She really was able to get that ring out.
They dodge a bullet there. At the end of the period, with players crash into the boards, I think the ring just got stuck between some legs. So after 3 periods here in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the Seven Oaks Arena, we have the Manitoba Herd 4, the Edmonton Rush 3 here at NRL Hub action in Winnipeg. Game 2 of our 6-game weekend. So no goals that period. We will see what happens after a 1-minute break. What we see in the fourth, we will see what happens. We'll be taking a look at a few highlights from the third period. And there we go, the Herd coming in off the post. Rush taking a shot. And we won't have any goals in these highlights because these are all from the third period. We didn't see any goals there. Davies gets her glove on that one. That was probably the best chance that they had. It looked like Davies did get a piece of that one. And there Harrington flashes the lower pad to make the save. There we go, that play there, great play by the Herd to cut that chance down. Rush bench looking for some answers for this period to try and get the tying goal, if not the go-ahead goal. Manitoba bench coming up with some strategy to defend the lead and to extend it. Glenn Spearing doing the talking on the bench. Team listening on. All smiles on the Rush bench. Good to see people are having a good time, enjoying themselves here at the Seven Oaks Arena in Winnipeg. We're about to start. Buzzer's gone. Referees are in position. Teams are in position. Waiting for the all clear. And here we go. Period 4 of Game 2 of the NRL Hub. Manitoba with the ring to start off with. The Herd has it. Looking for a pass. Nothing there. Being checked well by Edmonton. Good pressure in the neutral zone. They finally get possession. That pass was mishandled. Some tight checking by Rush. They almost get the ring. Quick pass out front. Mishandled. Otherwise, that would have been a glorious scoring chance. Rings off to the corner. Deflected. Looking for a reset. Just at the time the clock was about to go off, hit the goalie. Good play by the offense. Rush now looking to break out of their zone. Some pressure, some good checking up ice. There's nobody to pass to. However, all it takes is that one quick break. They dumped it down.
Nice.
Just looking for a change. That line was tired for the Rush. Herd on the way out. Close play at the blue line. Whistle down for a blue line violation. Can't touch it on both sides of the line if you're the same player.
And sometimes it's such a close call too, for the player, for the ref.
And if that ring had been touching the line, it's still not considered. Off the free pass, number 20, off the post and in. Seeing an eye shot, ties the game up. We have our first goal of the second half at 11:53. That was Megan Kilpatrick, a rookie on this Rush team, knots the score at 4. We're in for a finish here.
We talked to her at halftime too, and she says they are excited to be here. They're ready to play hard. And now they could get in that win column for the first time this season.
We'll see what the next 11 minutes and 40 seconds bring us here in fourth period action of the match between the Manitoba Herd and the Edmonton Rush. Tied up at 4. We'll see how the Herd responds. I guess that strategy at halftime worked. Nice little dangle there, but the goalie wasn't fooled.
Now, out of the Herd's 4 goals, they've all been scored by different players too. So a great thing for a team to have players they can rely on and not just 1 or 2 players that regularly score.
Strong check at center ice. That was number 8. Lauren Zitny with some strong checking in the neutral zone. Looks like we have a turnover here.
She's going in the box for that check as well.
Body contact. Little too aggressive. Yeah, again, just got a little too close, a little bit of extra oomph, and down she went.
So this is Edmonton's chance to get ahead. They're on a power play now.
It would be the first time in the game they would have taken the lead as they were down 3-0 and then tied it up, and Manitoba would have had 4-3. So Amy Bamber.
You know, it's not always fun playing catch up being the Edmonton team right now, but when it's tied like this, it makes it all worth it.
Ashley Stevens with a shot on net, I think looking for the reset, and they actually get the ring back, so that's always a good thing when you do that. Trying to use the pick set up at the top of the triangle. Herd gets it out. Some strong forechecking, but the Rush bring it down into the zone.
That'll go, Joe. Good touch. Good touch.
Looking to get moving. Tight checking there. It's up, back out. Herbert with the ring. Oh, Rush player shaken up on the play. He gets up. slowly. So we have a penalty coming to the Herd. See, the Herd's not trying to play it as they want the clock to run down. So they'll have less of a 3-on-2.
So in this situation, a huge advantage in the game we're at when you have 2 players on one team in the box is it gives you a whole extra person in the offensive end. And you're able to kind of set up a triangle around the defenders, and it really gives you that advantage. It gives you 3 options: shoot, pass, or pass.
So the penalty to number 27, Campbell, is 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. She's just checking with the official why she ended up with that penalty. And the Ringette, a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is a fully served penalty. So no matter how many goals are scored, the player does not come out. Andrew Ferguson, coach of the Herd, is asking for an explanation. This is a prime opportunity for the Rush to get the lead in this game for the first time. They have 46 seconds on 3-on-2 action. We'll see what they can do with this.
A couple quick passes can get people out of position pretty quickly and get a good shot on net. So a huge advantage in Ringette. I was always told growing up that if you have a 3-on-2, you better score.
So we're looking to go on the free pass here. There's still some questions from the bench, the Herd bench. Obviously not happy with the call, but we've got to play on. We'll be looking for a backdoor one-timer. We'll see if that materializes. Good stick by the defender to block that. The Herd get it and dump it down. That'll kill a few seconds off this 3-on-2. Probably one last second here for the Rush to get that. They've mishandled at the free play line. Back into the corner. Tries a short side top corner. That was number 19. Nothing there. Good save. They survive that 3-on-2. And that looks like Edmonton's going to take a penalty. This game's heating up here as the teams are battling to get that next goal to take the lead.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line right now. This is Edmonton, could be their first win of the whole season. Meanwhile, Manitoba's playing here at home in front of other fans.
And we'll see here we have a hooking call. It's just player sticks just up right up there in the hand area. You can't do that in Ringette. The lower third of the stick is where you can play. So as long as you're checking the lower third of the stick, you're safe with that. But once you get it up in the hands where you can't play, generally draws a penalty either with another 40 seconds.
Now with 4 periods in Ringette, it can be tiring when you get to this point in the game, so it makes it even more important to watch where those passes are going to make sure you can stab them, because a missed pass can lead to a turnover and who knows, maybe a goal.
That's a nice pickup. Oh, dipsy doodle, around we go. Look at that, in the back of the net it goes. A nice pickup just inside the blue line, passes it up, and taking full advantage of the time to make some moves. Kind of, I think, made the goal a little dizzy there, going back and forth, and in it went. Manitoba with a 5-4 lead.
That was number 52, Brett Amaragan, and she's a defender. Look at those D moves.
Look at that, forward, backwards, like I said, a little bit dizzying for the goalkeeper. Look at that, flat, oh, no, couldn't stay in place long enough.
Props
nice
to her
goal.
for being patient too.
Very patient. So, with under 8 minutes left to play, the Herd have taken a 1-goal lead, 5-4, Manitoba Herd over the Edmonton Rush. Rush are looking to tie things back up. They've never led in this game, and they're hoping to when the game's over. They've got a little work to do to get there.
And Miles, even with that goal, it looks like the Edmonton player is still in the box. That is a rule in Ringette.
Yes, as both teams had 4-on-4, so it was an even strength goal. So Herd now on the power play. Rush are battling back to get into this one. Dump it up into center. Little pass across the center, mishandled. There's that dump into the corner again, hoping that your player is on their horses going fast to pick up that loose ring into open space. Nothing materialized there for the Rush. So now the Herd bring it back out.
Now 7 minutes is still plenty of time in Ringette.
Tight checking in the center zone. Nice little back pass. Blue line violation. Just couldn't hang on to the ring, ran up the stick and over the line it went.
I always think it's better to go for it than to have a turnover.
It was. She made a great play there to get it and just went up. Thank you to our feature hub host, the Manitoba Herd. Rush start with the play. Playing in the right side. Looking for an opening or a pass. Little drop pass. Mishandled. Picked up by the defender by the Herd. Good pickup at center. Cycling to gain that speed. Here goes Hildebrand. Nothing going on. She turns back. Resurveys the situation. Gets it down to the right corner. Lesperance just missed it, but picks it up. Looks like the Rush are looking at a little bit of 2-on-2 checking to get that ring back, to get back in the game. Well, holding penalty on the play.
Looks like they were tied up on the boards there for a few seconds. And here's another power play opportunity for Edmonton, who's looking to tie the game up and maybe get their first win of the season. But right now it is 5-4 for the Manitoba Herd.
Lesperance for the Herd, going to the box for 2 minutes. Bit of a holding call here. Just right there. Oh,
the arm.
Arm bar tackle. A little bit of wrestling action going on there. And she knew it. Went right to the box. A little flip dump. Now it's dumped down deep by the Herd. They gain possession. They'll be able to kill off some of the time and the penalty. Cavadas with it in the corner. Herd back on defense. The Rush bring it in. Dumps it off. Tries that shot from the left-hand side. Dribble to the corner. Not much on it. I think it was deflected. But the Rush are able to pick it back up again. Walks in. Up in the crease. So even if they got the ring back, they would have lost it. Herd looking for an outlet. Made that pass. Her players zigged when she should have zagged. Here comes the Rush. Here comes Conrad. Conrad. Good glove save by Davies. Conrad was looking for that top right-hand corner. Dumped out. We'll see if the Herd can pick up that pass. Campbell, nice pickup. Giving it, gives it back. Is picked up by Spearing. Spearing turns around, spins around in the corner again, just slows it down. No panic. Lots of time on the clock, 10 seconds. These teams know how to work the clock. They'll jump off. Great low shot for that reset.
Good defense from Edmonton on that play as well, not letting Spearing get a shot off.
Harrington stuck out that right leg quickly to stop it from going to the far left-hand side of the net. So the Rush turn it over. A lot of play along the boards. Dumped into the Herd zone. 3 minutes, 54 seconds left. So under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth period. We have a 5-4 Manitoba Herd lead over the Rush. Rush looking for their first victory of the season. Herd looking to hang on. Rush building up their attack. There's Derwenka looking at it, gets a return pass. Losing the ring. Oh, fortunate bounce. I think Herd was looking for it to dump in the corner, but it ticked off a player. 10 left, so the Rush have the work cut out for them if they want to get back and tie this game. Right there.
Her first goal of the game. Top goal scorer, but first one of this matchup.
The hard shot, I think it just overpowered the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper had a piece of it, and it just worked off the shoulder and in the net. So when you have a hard shot, that can handcuff those goalies at times.
Now, I know these 6 goals for Manitoba this game, all scored by different players. We have defense too on the board, so great depth for this Manitoba squad.
We have a timeout called. Should expect to maybe see the goalie being pulled shortly. We'll wait and see if that's their strategy. Some teams like to do that. Represent your favorite team. Shop the National Ringette League store at ringette.ca. Go spend some money. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Now, in a position like this, we have a few minutes left, and they're down by 2. I would say pull the goalie now.
I agree with you. I think you can't wait. They're kicked over by the Herd both sides. That's why it was blown down. So yeah, I think you need to pull your goal. But some teams, shy away from that strategy a little bit later. They may wait to under 2 minutes. But you lose as a coach. I used to say, lose by 3, lose by 2, doesn't matter.
It looks like even with possession in the offensive zone, Edmonton's goalie is staying in the net.
Yeah, you might have seen her pulled and then do that in and out with the goalie just to get that extra shooter.
Nice triangle, guys.
Stick check. Ring goes to the right-hand side. Russia looking to get a good shot away here. Reset. Sometimes they'll sneak by, so like you said, you can't score if you don't shoot. Herd brings it out smartly. Desperant slows it down, waiting for her teammates to get onside, just not panicking. Loses the ring, but it's picked up by her teammate. Rush pick up the ring. Witherspoon battling with the Rush. Rush looking to gain position. Smart play by the Herd defenseman, anticipating that play, stepping inside. That's a couple great plays she's made this shift by the Herd. Center ice. 1:40 left, period 4. We'll see if the Rush can get a quick one here. Still no goalie pull. Some fans in the stands excited about something that went on. I just kind of missed that as they turned away for a second. Anyway, quick rush by Manitoba. Up it gets. I think Manitoba will be content to use up most of the 30-second clock.
Yeah, a 2-goal lead with a minute 12 left. Definitely has them feeling confident.
Seconds, loses the ring, so some forechecking by Manitoba. Keeps possession of the ring for them with 1:03 left.
Edmonton's losing their opportunities to pull their goalie right now, especially as the Herd have a free ring right now in their end.
As you mentioned, when they had the ring possession down in the attacking zone, that would have been an ample time with 2:52 left to make that pull. And if you lost it, pull the goalie back in. They didn't do that, so that's the strategy. Each team has different strategies.
Looks like Edmonton's playing man on, though. They really want to get that ring back.
Yes, the last few minutes they've done that. They've got 2 on in the corner. They're fighting for it. Again, Herd content with letting the clock tick down. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Kohutch hanging on to the ring. Rush get it out. Will they have enough time left? Less than 30 seconds remaining in the game here. One last chance here. Davey stands tall. 14.7 seconds left. So at this point in time, our 30-second shot clock is turned off as there's less than 30 seconds left in the period or game. So Edmonton has 14.7s left to maybe get another one to make the score close. Manitoba's going to do their best just to shut the door and leave it as a 6-4 game. They scored last time off the free pass. That one snuck through, so they see something there they can try and take advantage of. There's the ring, dumped down, out of the harm's way. And that is the game for Game 2 of the NRL Winnipeg Ringette Hub here at Seven Oaks Arena. Final score, the Manitoba Herd 6 and the Edmonton Rush 4. And we have the home team with the victory that time. He's a slight injury at the end of the game. We see a player down on the ice. I think it got kind of tied up, but we hope everything's okay there. We'll be going down to Teagan shortly for a interview with a player from the winning team. So we'll have a Herd player with us shortly. Things look fine. The player is getting up on her own steam, heading off. So that's good. Teams are lined up to shake hands. 6-4 was the final. Rush were in it. They were down 3-0. Came back to tie it at 3-3. Herd went ahead 4-3. Rush tied it back up. Could never get the lead as they still are looking for their first victory of the season. A hard-fought battle. Both goalies in this game were strong, making some good saves. So we had Megan Kilpatrick with the Rush and Katie Davies with the Herd. Both solid in their efforts today. Here are the periods from the second half. We've a few goals, also a few penalties as the teams were battling hard. As when the game gets intense near the end of the game, the intensity ramps up a bit, and good hard play sometimes leads to penalties. Good save by the goalie there. You see this pass across, sneaks it in for a goal for Manitoba. And again, here's one from the first half, upstairs. Again, that's so far, I'd say, the highlight of the weekend. That's a great goal by the Rush. A little backhand here, upstairs too, good move. Rush with the play, shot up net. Kicks it back out, the goalie. Here we go. Seen some action from earlier in the game as we were coming to the end of our broadcast for this second game, but we'll be going down for a interview shortly. There's a good turnover at the free play line for Edmonton. They capitalize on it by jumping on it, and just a little backhand flick shot caught the goalie napping on that one. Ripped that one home. That's a hard shot to the lower right-hand side. There's that shot again. I should say, I guess, the lower left-hand side. I'm looking at things backwards here. Standing tall goalkeeper. That one was off the post. Goalie's best friend. That was the trapper save when directed that ring above. Good. I think it did go through the goalkeeper's legs, but was able to keep it out. Here was the glorious chance that the Rush had, but good defense by the Herd keeps it out. So we're getting ready now. I see that Teagan's ready. Ice side, down to you, Teagan, for a player from the winning team.
We're joined by Lauren Bazitny with the Manitoba Herd. A great win for you guys today. It was a tough game, hard battle. What were you guys saying on the bench?
On the bench, we were trying to stay positive. We've had a lot of our teammates being sick recently, so we wanted to focus on coming together. We had a lot of positivity in the dressing room before we came back out for a second half, so it was just a lot of encouragement all around.
And one of your favorite weekends of the year, your hub at home. We had full stands today. What's it like to play at home?
It's fantastic. Last year we had a decent amount of fans, but this year, to have it full already at our 12:45 game was fantastic. It's always nice to have the littles come out and watch. We're always proud to play for them too.
And the first game of the hub, it's a win. How are you feeling about the rest of the weekend?
I think it leaves us off on a high. We're excited to continue on and just go up from here.
Okay, thanks and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Miles.
Thank you, Teagan. Thanks to obviously a happy player from the Herd. We see the final score from the Seven Oaks Arena, 6-4 for the Herd for the first game of the weekend. And please join us for later games this week. We have 4 more coming to you live from the Seven Oaks Arena this weekend in NRL Hub action. So stay tuned for that as we just watch some of the highlights from earlier in this game, Game 2.